How do you guys deal with days like this, like psychologically?
Zooming out is helpful if
That's
you've
what I
been
was gonna say.
investing for a long time. So I'll go to my portfolio here, and if we look at today is down 4.2%, Micron down almost 10%, Rocket Lab down 8%. It's a very bad day, right? Like overall, my portfolio was down 4.2%. Um, but when I look at year to date, I'm looking at oh wow, I'm still up 22%. That's a fantastic year. If the year was over today and I was only up 22%, that would be a fantastic year in under normal circumstances. So, um, and then if we go out further, if I go out one full year, I'm up 45%. So it's easier the further out that I go, right? And since April of 2022, my portfolio has been up almost 700%. So that definitely is helpful to zoom out. If you're a new investor, zooming out might not be an option. So um, the way I would encourage people to think about investments is from like when you buy a house to live in it. If you bought a house, $500,000 house, and the next day somebody came and put this is sort of a uh, um, uh, Warren Buffett story, but if somebody like stood outside of your house with a bullhorn and announced the price of what the value of your house is every single day, it might be a little nerve wracking, right? Like next day it's like 490, 490, 490. Next day it's 480, 470, 470. And then you might get nervous. Oh my God, I have a $450,000 loan on this home. What if it goes below that? Maybe I should sell the house before. And the whole time you're like using the house. If you didn't know what the price of the house was, which is how most people operate, you're just living in it and you don't care because you own the house and you're functioning just fine. When you're investing in a company, think of it as you're buying a piece of ownership in that company, and then you're just like you're fine. You own a piece of Micron, or you own a piece of Meta, or you own a piece of SpaceX, whatever company you happen to believe in, and just mentally think of it from that perspective rather than should I be selling, should I be buying, should I be selling, and just think of it from a long-term perspective. And that becomes way more helpful is when you buy with a long-term mindset. The bumps and uh, valleys in the price of the stock become easier to digest.
So what I was gonna say before you said it, there's a common saying, "When in doubt, zoom out," which is exactly what you talked about. I will say, if you're zooming out on your portfolio and you don't have much history, what you could do is zoom out on the stock charts of your investments, right?
Right.
Like Micron, you zoom out, it's still up a ton over the year. Even if you weren't a part of that ride for the entire year, you can kind of get a sense of, maybe this drop wasn't as big as it feels right now, just because of the huge rise that it's had. But also, like, again, as if you're a long-term investor and you don't need the money tomorrow, why does it matter if the stock is down? If anything, that should feel like an opportunity if you have cash on the side for you to buy. And by the way, if you don't have cash on the side, and this is not investment advice, of course, but if you don't have cash on the side and you feel a lot of anxiety on days like today, maybe that should be a thought of, okay, I need to start building some sort of cash cushion. So just so mentally, you can get
You don't
through
have to
days
worry
like
about it.
this, right? Because that
Yeah.
also helps.
If you enjoyed this clip, consider subscribing to the Buy Hold Rant podcast on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify. New episodes are released every Wednesday, and you can watch them live on YouTube.